Hi, you guys. It's your host, David Jared. Welcome back to my podcast called So the Tea Is. I know it's not the normal setup. I'm in my bed versus in my car like I normally am. It's nighttime, and I just needed to pop in emergency podcast because I need to talk about some things, okay? I've been waiting to talk about the whole Megan Thee Stallion case, or really the Tory Lanez case, because it's Tory Lanez against the state of California, whatever. Until I've just been waiting, okay? Because I knew that this day would come, and I'm glad that it came before the end of the year to prove you haters wrong. If you guys don't know, Megan Thee Stallion was shot by Tory Lanez 2.5 years ago, and this conversation has still gone on. This case has been going on over the course of the past 2 weeks, and the verdict just came out today. Surprise, surprise, shocker, Tory did it. Duh. We've been new. I've been new. Some of y'all have been late. And you don't like to believe black women. Gross. You're disgusting. Yes, you. You. Which why? And Megan got the legal justice that she deserved. Okay, so, and Tory's going to jail for 20 plus years, I think like 23 years. So I don't really want to talk about Tory anymore because we know that he's guilty. He did it. I want to talk about y'all, and I want to talk about why you guys like to not believe black women, and you guys like to make up all this stuff and say that, oh, she was never shot, or he never did it, or she's lying about this and this and this and this, and the whole way that the case was handled and part of his defense, and that basically his whole legal team, all they want to talk about was Megan's sex life, and all this stuff is so tired and just so absolutely disgusting, and you're absolutely disgusting. First off, like, what? Like, I'm trying to collect my words in a way that isn't just crazy, because it's crazy, and it's honestly so crazy that people genuinely didn't believe Megan. She was shot. She said that she was shot multiple times, and the fact that she had to publicly go on Twitter, go on Instagram every other day and defend her life and defend herself and deal with this trauma for the past 2.5 years of you guys not believing her is so disgusting. And I'm not saying you guys as if every single person who watches this, or listens to this didn't believe her, because obviously that's not true. But it's just disgusting. Like, I literally don't understand it. And even though Megan got the legal justice that she finally so rightfully deserved, it's like she'll never have that actual justice, because over the past 2.5 years you guys have traumatized her. She was traumatized from obviously the incident when she was shot, but she has to deal with all these rappers and all these radio hosts and blogs and everyone saying that she's lying about this, she's this, she's this, she's that. Like, when it obviously happened to her, it's traumatized her, and she has to constantly defend whatever. Like, I don't like that. And Tory Lanez, you're tired. Kelsey, I'm not even going to get into Kelsey because, Kelsey, I don't know what your deal is or what your deal's going to be. I just know that you're not a friend to Megan. You're not a friend to me. You're not a friend to anyone, and you're tired and you've got to go. Who else is tired? Anyone who still is on Tory's side, anyone who was on Tory's side. Because like everyone can apologize, but it's like it's not taking away all the scrutiny and everything that Megan went through. And the sad truth of it is that many people, especially black people and black women, go through this all the time. And it's super important to note that he was a man, and unfortunately he's more powerful, and people are more willing to believe a man over a woman, and this happens to black women all the time. And it makes me sad, because it's not going to be the last time that something like this happens. It's not going to be the last time that something like this happens with celebrities, with famous people, with our favorite singers or rappers. It's not going to be the last time. It's not going to be the last time that this happens to black women, where they are not believed, and where their trauma and all whatever occurred to them, the traumatic event that occurred to them, whether it's assault or violence or anything really, that they're automatically not believed. that they're automatically not truthful, they're lying for sympathy and for this and for that, and like it's just so disgusting to me, and it's so tired, and it's so late. We're in 2022, almost 2023. That narrative has got to go, okay? And we need to stop doing it, not just to celebrities, but to everyone. We need to, believe the victims, and that's something that I don't understand why people don't do, okay? Sorry, not sorry. That's what I have to say. And also, what I also have to say is it's like, I just don't understand, because it's like a lot of people like to take this whole case and it's like entertaining, grab the popcorn. It's not, because it affects real people, it affects real lives. Stuff like this affects real people and affects real lives. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion, her life has been affected forever by this incident, and also by the past 2.5 years, that all the turmoil and everything. And I'm sorry for you, Meg, because truly, she didn't deserve that. No one on this earth deserves that. And I really hope that she takes the time that she needs, because it's not an easy thing to go through. And it's something that, no one should ever, 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 ever have to go through, especially with all that she's gone through in her life already. And just being in that much of a public eye dealing with all of that is crazy. I really hope that she takes a break from music. As much as I love her music, takes a break from touring and doing all the festivals and doing all these shoots and brandles and whatever. Like, take some time for yourself. And then when you want to come back and you want to put it all in your music, or you want to say this, you want to post, literally, you can do whatever you want. But I really want her to just take a breather and just really just get the help that she needs, because she's not okay. Even though, everyone's like, oh, justice is served, like, that's it. But that's not it. It doesn't work like that. It may work like that for, the millions of people that are eyeing and have the binoculars on the situation and the popcorn, but it's like, it's not entertainment, it's not tea, it's not drama. This affected a real person, and it will forever do that for the rest of her life, unfortunately. And it's just so sad to me, and it's so crazy to me how everyone is like, two years ago and 2.5 years ago, oh, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. But then when this whole thing happened, and then believe black women, believe black, but you don't really believe that, because when this whole thing happened, whose side did you take? Not Megan Thee Stallion's, you took Tory Lanez's side. Why is that? Why is that? And it's like, why are you going to say in public, oh, Black Lives Matter, post Black Lives Matter, but then you're going to have these private conversations, or in public, not believing black women. We need to believe black women, protect black women, and defend black women in private and in public. And black people, period, okay? And this is not, obviously it's mostly about black people, but this happens, stuff like this happens to all people, to all women, to all, men, to everyone, regardless of gender, regardless of race, anything. This happens all the time, unfortunately. And we really need to believe the victims, and it's just so disgusting that this keeps happening, and that it unfortunately will keep happening. Honestly. And then Tory Lanez, his father is beyond tired, coming out of the courtroom talking about, oh, Rock Nation, and oh, Jay-Z, and oh... Let me get this straight. Your son shot someone. Not only did your son shoot someone, she shot a woman, shot a black woman. What do you think is going to happen? Oh, it's Jay-Z and Rock Nation. No, your son shot a woman. Your son literally shot someone. So he's gonna be behind bars. What do you think he's gonna do? Roam freely and everything? And like, the fact that he's just lied for the past 2.5 years and have put Megan through all of this, like, you will never, ever, 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 ever be forgiven for what you've done. I truly, 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 truly believe that. Okay? And I just hope that one day Megan Thee Stallion can have the peace and liberty that she so truly deserves. And this is a much bigger conversation than just Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion. This is a conversation of believing black women and protecting black women, and just being better people, and just really just being nice to everyone around us, and just not... This isn't tea, this isn't drama. This isn't me coming in being like, so the tea is this. It's me coming in being like, the tea is that this is a bigger conversation, and this is something that affects so many people, not just the people involved in the situation. So, yeah. That's what I have to say. I feel like I've said everything that I wanted to say. I just pray for Megan, and I pray for honestly anyone who is a survivor of any sort of situation like this, and who, has been told that they're lying, they're not truthful, and crocodile tears or whatever. It's just so disgusting and so tired and so late. And I really hope as a society and as a generation, we can really progress past this and shift and completely delete this narrative. 1,000,000%. So yeah, I'm super happy for Megan, and thank God that, she got the legal justice that she deserved. And yeah. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for listening to this emergency podcast episode. It's also like the holiday season, so Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year's, because this will probably be the last podcast episode of 2022. A little bit of a more serious one, but I have fun ones, obviously, if this is the first time that you're watching. So make sure to go watch or listen to all my podcast episodes. I also did Vlogmas on my YouTube channel. Watch that. All my social medias will be linked down below. And I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting me this whole entire year. I'm going to talk about that in the next podcast episode and everything that has happened this year. Also, my YouTube channel, I just want to say thank you. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye.